This is topic B on page 118, adding links. Although you can include content from a variety of sources within a presentation, you may also wish to display items that cannot be directly inserted into PowerPoint. For example, if you are leading a training presentation for a particular software application, it may be necessary to launch the application to demonstrate a particular procedure, or there may be supplemental information in a website or even another section of the presentation that you wish to display during a presentation. PowerPoint allows you to create links externally and internally. By inserting these links or actions into your presentations, you will be able to increase the effectiveness and the appeal of your presentations.
So first we're going to take a look at hyperlinks. And hyperlinks are navigational commands within documents or on web pages that are used to jump to other documents, other web pages, or another location within the current document. So on slide 1, first I'll show you our hyperlink dialog box, and that's on our Insert tab. And in the links command group, here we have our hyperlink command. You have to have something selected before that command button becomes available to you because you need to link something. So if I select text here, vintage collectibles, I can open up that hyperlink dialog box. When you're hyperlinking something, the first thing you want to select is a link to button in the left-hand pane. So you have the option to link to an existing file. You have the option to link to a web page, a place in this presentation or in this document. You have the option to create a link that creates a new document, or you can link to an email address. So first we'll see how to link to a web page. So I need that first button selected. Depending on which button I have selected in the left-hand pane, you can see that my right-hand pane changes the options I have. So again, very important to start with your Link To button. So if I wanted to link vintage collectibles to a web page, I would need to use the bottom part of this right-hand pane. For a web page, you just type in the web address in the address field. We'll try vintage collectibles. See if that is an actual web page. I'm not sure if it is. vintagecollectibles.com. Another thing with hyperlinks, you have the option to create a screen tip. We have a button in the upper right-hand corner of our dialog box here. And remember, screen tips are those little messages that pop up as you hover over something in your presentation. So this will just be a message that pops up, letting the user know what this hyperlink does. It could be something like, click here to access the website vintagecollectibles.com. Click OK from there. You don't have to create a screen tip, but it is available to you. So for a website, all we need is the address here. Click OK. Now, an important thing to know about PowerPoint. You can see if I hover over vintage collectibles here, it's not clickable for me. A hyperlink is only going to be active in your slideshow mode. Very important to know. Not in your edit mode when you're editing your slides. So if I go to my slideshow tab and start from beginning, and I hover my cursor over vintage collectibles, you can see my cursor changes to a finger with a pointer finger. And you can see my screen tip that pops up. Click here to access the website vintagecollectibles.com. And I did spell collectibles wrong in my screen tip, but that's okay. I'll click there. And what it's going to do, it's going to launch my web browser, and it's going to take me to that website. Hopefully it doesn't freeze up on me. And you can see it launches my Google Chrome, and it is bringing me, or trying to bring me to that website. Again, I don't even know if it exists or not, but it is trying to bring me to that site. So you can see, yeah, it's not even a real website, but it would take you to that site that you created for that link. All right, let's take a look at another hyperlink. How about, what's the next one? An existing file. Let me go to my rare collectible dolls here. You can create a hyperlink from a graphic as well, an object on your screen. So maybe I wanted to link this picture to an existing file that I have saved on my computer. Select my picture, go up to my Insert tab, choose Hyperlinks. I want existing file or web page. And for the existing file, I'm going to use this top section of the screen. So here you can see that I'm in my Documents folder right now, and it will list the files and folders that are in that particular place in my computer. If the file that I'm looking for is not saved in this folder, I can hit my Browse for File button. And I think I have a file in my home drive saved here about these nesting dolls. Let's see, customizing a slideshow. And here we go. So this Word document is actually about these nesting dolls. So I can click on this, click OK, and it inputs the path name of where that file is saved down here in the address field. Again, I could add a screen tip if I wanted to. I don't have to. Click OK from here. Now remember, the link will only work in your slideshow mode, so I'm going to start that from the current slide. You can see as my cursor hovers over it, becomes that pointer finger. Now I didn't create a screen tip, so the default shows as the path name of where the document is located on my computer. And when I click to access it, give it a minute and it should launch Microsoft Word and open that document up for us, which it does. Okay, so that's linked to an already existing file. Our next option is linking to a place in this document. Just as an example, I'm going to just select some random text here. I'll select the Rare Collectible Dolls, Insert tab, Hyperlink, and we'll do Place in this document. So you can see you can link to the first slide, last slide, next slide, previous slide, or it lists all of your slides here. You can select a specific one. You can even link to a custom show. So if someone clicked on this, it would automatically launch playing your custom show. So for Rare Collectible Dolls, just as an example, I'll link it to jump to slide number 5, which is Other Collectibles. Click OK from here. Start my slideshow from the current slide. Hover over that. You can see my changes to my pointer finger. And I click here, and you can see it automatically links me to the Other Collectibles slide. So that is a place in this document. Now, since I'm on this slide, we'll link Other Collectibles. And for this, we will create a new document. You can name the new document here. I'll just name it Other Collectibles for example purposes. Right now, this is where it will be stored. If I don't want the new file stored there, I can hit my Change button and navigate exactly to where I want that particular one saved. So I'll go to my PowerPoint Part 2, customizing a slideshow. I don't have to pick a file, I'm just picking a location, so I can click OK from here. And you can see now it lists the whole path name with that file name that I chose for the document. And you have the option to edit the new document later when the link is actually clicked, or you can edit it now if you wanted to. So I'm going to wait until I click on the actual hyperlink. I'll click OK from here. Uh-oh. Okay, now let's try it. Start from this slideshow, from the current slide. Click on Other Collectibles, and it should launch a brand new document for me. This is just a warning about hyperlinks. I'll click yes because I do trust it. I just created it. Okay, what is going on here? Let's go back and edit this hyperlink. Let me try it. For some reason, it's taking me to the last slide. If I right click, I can open or edit the hyperlink, I should say. And we had create new document. We wanted, we'll name it collectibles. Edit document later, click OK. Let's try this again. For some reason, it's trying to end the slideshow after I create this. Let me try one more time, and I'm going to edit the hyperlink, and let's see if it lets me edit the document now. Yeah, that way worked. So it brought me to a whole new PowerPoint presentation. You can see, created a new one for me. So that's what that link would do. I don't know what the glitch is that's going on with this presentation, but it's taking me to the very end of the presentation instead of creating a new document for me. I'll have to take a look at that. All right, let's continue on with creating a new email message. I'll use my graphic of a book here. Or actually, let's go to my last slide. I think I have some text here that might work out. Open 7 days a week. We're ready to make a deal. Let's select the text. We're ready to make a deal. Insert, hyperlink, email address, whoever the email is going to be written to. I'll put my school email in here. And you can even have the subject already set up for the email messages. So let's make that the same as the text. Let's make a deal. Click OK. I'm going to start that from the current slide. And when I click on this link, what it should do is launch my default email application, which is Outlook, and it should open it up with an email message already addressed to the recipient that was in that hyperlink with the subject already written out as well. So then the user could just type the body of his email message in and then send that out to the recipient. So everything's pretty much set up for them. All they have to do is write their message. So those are the different options for hyperlinking. Now we also have action buttons. Oops. And action buttons are on-screen objects used to perform predetermined functions. You can use action buttons to navigate to other slides or presentations, launch a program, run a macro, or play an audio file. So your action buttons are actually located in your Shapes gallery. If I go to my Insert tab, my Shapes drop down, all the way at the bottom are your action buttons. And we'll take a look at two of them. You can hover over to see exactly what they are. This is for back or previous, moving to the previous slide. This is for the forward or the next slide. This is going to the first slide, last slide. This is a home button. Here you have information, return, play a movie, create a new document, play a sound. So you can hover over those to get what all of the actions are. So I'm on slide number 1. Let's say I wanted an action button that automatically takes me to the last slide. When I click on this, my cursor changes to the plus sign, which we know is our crosshairs cursor. And I can draw an action button on my slide. I need to click and drag just like I do to insert shapes. And it drops that end button or last slide button into my presentation slide. And it automatically opens up a dialog box for me. And on the mouse click tab, you would have the hyperlink to the last slide option here. And you also have the option to play a sound when you click on that. You may not have your sounds available because you're on the remote server. I'm logged into my school computer, so these are available to me. So if you have to put sounds in and they're not available, don't worry about it. Just keep the actions as is. But you can choose the sound to play with this action button. Click OK. And now when I play this slideshow from the beginning, from this current slide, I'm able to click on this. It's almost like a hyperlink button, but it's an action button. And when I click on it, it's going to automatically jump me to the last slide. All right, so you'll see in your activity that is coming up next, they'll have you do your previous action button, they'll have your beginning action button, your next action button, and the end button, all 4 of those buttons will be placed on every single slide in your presentation to make it easier for any users to navigate through your slides. So that will be next in Activity 6.4, page 94.
Your next video is going to be Activity 8.2 on page 122, adding links to a presentation.